One of the things I like doing is collaborating with writers, mainly poets, and for 9 years Emma Purshouse, the current Wolverhampton Poet Laureate, and myself co-directed a group called Imagetextimage. They've not continued for the last few years, but I've continued to collaborate with Emma and with one of the other poets in the group, Jane Seabourne. Now this is what the flamingo etching that I did last year to accompany Emma's poem about flamingo, a young flamingo that wanted to fly away and thought he had a future somewhere else, and his wings were clipped, of course. In a way, a kind of sad poem, but quite humorous as well, and that's something that Emma often does, introduces humour to get over perhaps a more poignant point as well. So there's my flamingos, based on drawings of flamingos I did in Dudley. This one is one linked to a poem that Jane Seabourne wrote about this flamingo plant. And I didn't actually know what a flamingo plant looked like. I had to buy one, draw it, and then I created this image of the two on the sill. I would show you the plant, but it's not looking in good condition, which in a way is quite appropriate, because Jane's poem was all about how she is given pot plants and they often die, and she tried really hard to keep this one going, and it was doing well in her house. I have to say it's not doing quite as well in mine, otherwise I'd show you. So that was two from a small exhibition, solo exhibition I had, of collaboration between these two poets and myself. There were about 8-10 pieces. These are two that I collaborated with Emma. The orange umbrella, obviously it's a homeless person. It's a theme that is unfortunately quite a prominent theme across Britain and I think elsewhere, of homeless people, and I was trying to show the homeless person under an umbrella, and I focused on the umbrella because I was thinking that's probably what people see when they walk past. They look just at the umbrella and maybe not always at the homeless person, and I've shown the legs, the feet, the disappearing people who are just zooming past, and the person's lying there. This is one created in relation to something that Emma first saw in Wolverhampton. These tents were put up in front of a block of flats in the centre of Wolverhampton, and some homeless people were living in them for a short while. And the contrast between the people who have got a home in the flat and those who haven't, the homeless, seemed quite stark, so I put those together. It's an image that did quite well in that it was shortlisted for the Artists and Illustrators Artist of the Year, and it went to London, this one, for the exhibition they had in the Mall Galleries. So I often capture my images first in sketches, and here are a few of my sketchbooks. My sister often makes the images for the front cover. I give her vague kind of ideas like, could it be purple, or could you do an image of Cordoba Cathedral, which is a bit less vague, or could you do something with the deep rock chasm at Ronda in Spain, and she just seems to do them apparently very easily and obviously very well. But the range of sketchbooks that I've got and the sizes, different sizes, a different paper in the sketchbooks all influence really what I can do, and I like different sizes for whether I'm just out for a walk and I might take one on the off chance of doing a sketch, or whether I'm planning to spend a day sketching or an afternoon sketching. But anyway, sketching and some use of photos, some direct work into the landscape, into the garden, wherever I am. There's always plenty to do. I never get fed up. There's so many ideas. And I'm lucky here in lockdown that I've got all my sketches, my sketchbooks, my garden, and I've got access to my studio. So yes, feeling very lucky indeed.